screen like Shanti playing in AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Say the grace for me. Say, boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his out. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that. I think he knows. When I save him like that. He's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on. And he knows it's true.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006. We welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from the Superdome. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. First and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. He makes one man miss, but stopped quickly as they hold him to a gain of 1. Here's 2nd and 9. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Here's a 2nd and 9. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. It was Dietrich Wise with the tackle that time. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Back is Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Now the return man is a bit slow getting up after that kick. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Right to the air goes Daniels. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He's got his tight end. There's Ertz.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The tight end Ertz in motion. Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Rasul Douglas.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. Down the sideline, past the 40. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 31-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. It's good for a Saints 1st down. A give, running right with Kamara. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Carr on the bootleg. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. And the Saints are going to have it 1st and goal. They'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line. They'll run here with Kamara. They'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Kamara. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his 2nd miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniel. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. This is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. One quarter in the books. The Saints out on top. On the give, this is Kamara. It'll be a short pickup down to the 22. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively. Second down and 8. Cooks going in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Carr. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sandmerstill. Into space. To the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Washington. A big play for the defense to get on the board. Quarterback trying to keep that play going. Instead, sees it go back the other way.
And the quarterback's doing a nice job of keeping his eyes down the field, but he doesn't sense the pressure. And I think that pressure, Mike, is what caused that errant pass. And not only does it lead to the turnover, but it leads to the pick six.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. Here's Kamara. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Second and 11. Here's a run with Eckler. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. The tight end Ertz in motion. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll go. Here's Daniels. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A run here with Kamara. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. Now, second down throw from Carr. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He's already been a little reckless with his decision-making up until this point, Mike, and now it almost backfires on him again. He has to do a better job of finding the matchups, finding the space on the field, so everything is not a forced ball into these tight windows.
Third and long. Carr working out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore all over that. Gets a hand in there to knock it away.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over. At their own 18-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down. Now Daniels. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 first downs, and they are at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. on the give to Eckler. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to have a 1st down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Play action. Here's Daniels. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Saints have got it. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery, and the great return for the touchdown. Oh, what a mistake. 0-0 on the clock. The half is over. You just want to get to the locker room. Instead, you give up a touchdown, Greg. That is an awful way to close out the first half.
Yeah, and it's funny, a play like that, Mike, almost offsets everything good or bad that's gone on previously in that first half. That's all that's on everyone's mind coming into the locker room. Now, coming out of the locker room, they've got to find a way to put that behind them, get that bad taste out of their mouth, and recapture some momentum here to start the third quarter.
So, as we come to the half, it is a 5-point game. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Eckler. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again. Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. Now pass deep for McLaurin. And this will be incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Again, working deep downfield. Rasul Douglas there to break that one up.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Olave is the motion man. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Carr. Now he'll run it.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. It's a give now to Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. To throw is Carr. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. That one knocked away and incomplete. Rasul Douglas there to break that one up. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, a handoff to Eckler. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. First catch of the ballgame for Debo. That's a first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On 1st down, Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They'll power it. Push the pile forward. It's a gain of 2. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Third and a yard, it's Daniels. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete, penalty flag down in the backfield, usually a sign of a hold. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. To throw is Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. They'll bring up 4th down. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Commanders will cut the deficit down to 2.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Cooks going in motion. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
the RPO. That's going to be caught by Cooks. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Brings up third and 10.
Now, Carr to the left side in the hands of Hill. And they will finally run him down.
You just don't see speed out of the tight end position like this guy, Mike. I mean, to catch an underneath ball and have the ability to turn into a runner, that's something we traditionally see from wide receivers and running backs, but this guy's as fast as anybody in the league.
1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Kamara. So, 3 quarters have come and gone.
With the score,
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the ground, it's Kamara. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to go right back to Kamara. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Cooks going in motion. Play action now. It's caught. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go again here with Kamara. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Back is Carr. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
First and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They send the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. The motion man here is McClure. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the first down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They run. Eckler. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Man in motion is Brown. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll stick with him again. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. Now a pass deep from McClure. And that is incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds the veteran Ertz. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. On the ground, Eckler. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd. They stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Here's Eckler. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And 4th down's coming up.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
And this one is going to run out of steam. This is short. It's no good. And that they have just written a finish to this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A give up the middle with Kamara. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. On the give, this is Kamara.
Taken down at the 41. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. So this one, a win for the Saints. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago. And they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.
We about to move, son.